This is Wild Green Media Dailies. So the concept for this show is that when you're filming a nature documentary, every day the first step is filming. The second step, and this happens after you're already tired and smelly, is to go home and watch and categorize all the footage, like this white-tailed deer, for example. And that step itself is quite tedious, takes a long time, and it is absolutely necessary to do it pretty soon after you film, because otherwise you'll forget the context of what you were filming and you'll lose a lot of information that way, and it'll hurt your documentary. So I am kind of bringing you into that process. It's kind of like a director's commentary of a movie that's never been made for some films that I'm working on right now. This is a red-winged blackbird. What I've done is I've done the dailies for yesterday, and I went through, and these are actually the selects. So this is the better footage that I got. On this particular day, I was trying to film bison, but they were too far away. So these are kind of messing around with the camera, getting shots of whatever animals happen to be around. This red-winged blackbird, you can see I've just done a sequence. I've tried to get it, didn't quite get it going into the shot, and then I tried to get it walking through the shot and then flying away. You're always trying to get like a 1, 2, 3. This is just B-roll. So B-roll is shots of nothing in particular to set up the setting. This is a female broadhead skink who was hanging out on a tree nearby, sunning herself in the morning. This is a juvenile 5-line skink. When they're born, both 5-lines and broadheads have these bright blue tails that they use as bait for predators so that they can distract them from the lizard itself. And then if I were a predator and I was going to go and try to grab this little guy, he'd just drop his tail and run away. I'd get a tiny meal out of it, but not the whole thing, and he'd get away with his life. They do regrow their tails, but they're not quite the same after that. They're discolored, not this brilliant blue color. Although as they grow up, it loses the blue color anyway. Sometimes people walk up behind you on the trail, and while I try not to frighten the animals, it is a little convenient when they do get frightened off once the shot is complete, because it makes a nice ending to the video.
Sorry to be a photo bomb.
It's okay, you actually helped because he walked off screen for me. You freed me.
So we went to the next spot where it rested.
There it goes. Goodbye.
Watched it walk away. These alligators are just piled up in this spot. We counted over 200 in this little area and the neighboring 2 ponds that are connected into it. This guy's got his mouth open just to enhance his ability to thermoregulate. He's just absorbing the sunlight and deciding how hot and how cold he wants to be by how much of his body's exposed.
Okay, I think that one's good.
Alligators will move in big explosive movements sometimes, and you just gotta sit on them for hours to wait for them to do it. Sometimes they don't do it at all. A lot of the time alligators just chill out. They don't really move most of the time. In this day, because I wasn't really following one gator, I just kind of caught a couple little moments of them moving around. This guy's just gotten up after a long time sitting in the position he was in, and he's going to just about do what I want, but not quite in terms of the 1, 2, 3 shots. So he's gone into the frame, or I've started him at one side of the frame. He's going across the frame now, from right to left in this case, and then he stops. He doesn't give me what I need. This is fine, but it's always better if you can get them entering, doing something, and leaving the frame. So here's this guy. I just thought he was interesting, and now we're going to do a pan over to try to show you an idea of the scale. All those little dots in here and a lot of these ripples, those are mostly alligators. Here's some more sunning themselves. You can see most of the time they really don't mind each other. Oh, big scritchies. And they'll just kind of chill out. They really aren't looking for a conflict. Bring this into focus, right? Or skip to the next shot. Here's that one again in the grass. This one, it stood up, it stretched itself, and then it laid back down. This is that same gator that's moved halfway through the frame before. It moved over to this area, making a little triangle of alligators here, and there was a little bit of discomfort around it. This guy stuck his back up. They're kind of interacting with each other, and then eventually he turns around. He's underwater right now, just vanishes completely. Their ability to do that is just insane. And pops back up there, not too far away. Readjust the camera a bit, fast forward through quite a bit of footage. And he's turning. There it goes. Just a little bit closer to the weeds. Really no drama here. Everyone's just having a good time, hanging out, keeping their temperatures within the optimal range. But they never did anything. They just kind of... There's our sunbather again. At pond 3. This guy had some energy. He was moving across. He's got his back out and he's moving towards those other gators, but it doesn't really seem like anything is actually going on. This is actually very fast compared to how much they move most of the time. This guy, I just started filming him. It was up close. He's taking a little nap. You can see that his eye is shut, and it's got a stick on top of its head. Now, I don't know if this one put that stick there on purpose or if it's just sleeping like that and happened to pop up underneath it. But, oh, eye-opening. That is a great storytelling moment. You can take those eye openings and you can time them with other events, and it is magical. Now, wait a minute. We're going to wait a minute, and something else is going to happen.
Ooh, yeah, I got that on the camera.
He's getting sleepy. Very sleepy. Boom! The eye is shut, mostly. He's got that little sliver there. Anyway, alligators are some of the only reptiles that actually use tools. In a hunting context, sometimes they will put little bits of vegetation like this stick or other floating plants on their head to better break up their outline and make them camouflage even more easily in the water. Here's that guy from earlier. He started creeping back across the pond. He's moving all the way over towards where we are, actually, and he's going to approach 2 other alligators, probably incidentally, as they don't really seem to mind too much, and he doesn't really seem to mind them. So that was an imperfect shot. It didn't really start with him off screen, started with him already largely in it, and it was mostly out of focus the whole time. Right now you can see me adjusting the camera, moving it down to where I think he's going to go, and bringing an object into focus where I hope he goes, in the mid-ground. Now he's coming into the screen. As he moves through it, he's going to get closer to the camera, move from right to left, from one corner to the other, and he's going to come into focus as he moves. Wait for it.
Oh yeah, that worked.
Perfect. There he goes. And he's cruising off the other side. Here's a little close-up of his face.